So I'm on my way to Chicago to do a talk on stones, the myth, the magic, and the mystery. And a lot of people have asked me in brief, why do stones work the way that they work? So to take a few minutes while I'm on the road and traveling to answer those questions. Probably a good metaphor is that, when we go through life, different things affect us in different ways. And one of the more curious things is when I hear a doctor say something like vitamins or minerals won't do you any good. And a fascinating thing for me, because if you go and look in a physician's desk reference, especially the older ones, it'll actually tell you the base or where they got the base to put all the other chemicals on to make the drug. And I can assure you that 100% of the bases come from nature. In other words, minerals. So they super process dirt and rocks and stones and crystals to come up with a base that they can put the other chemicals onto. And sometimes, such as in the case of a stone called lepidolite, the drug lithium is simply a processed version of that particular stone. So, why do stones work the way that they work? Well, there's a lot of different things that you need to look at, and one is that we are all affected by currents and frequencies. What science calls electromagnetism is actually two things, electro and magnetism. And you cannot have an answer to an equation without having the elements of that equation. If the answer is gravity, for one thing, then you need electro and you need magnetism as its parts to achieve gravity. And I'm not getting off the subject. If you look at our solar system, or for that matter, our galaxy, it has a large mass in the middle with a plane going across this way. Well, the large mass is caused by magnetism, and the parallel is frequency. So if you go to our solar system, you have a large mass in the middle, and then the reason why the planets are all on the same equidistant plane is that they are held into place by frequencies, and we might not understand this yet. But I was actually taught this long before they started finding discoveries to prove what my grandmother was talking about. So, if you have an aura, which you do, it's been established by Kirlian photography, so does our planet, only we call it the aurora borealis when we can see it. Everything on our planet is made up of electromagnetic particles called quarks, whether that be a stone or whether that be your eyebrow. We're all made up of the same material. You can look that up on Wikipedia. Quarks. The stones themselves, however, are made up of a lot of different materials. Crystals are made up almost 100% of silica with other elements in it. But to tie that all in, nothing that is on our planet that runs with electricity or any other frequency can be done without either or all stones, minerals, crystals, and gems. So the frequency on your radio that's in your car and the laser that runs your CD player, or the frequency that's in your phone that allows your number to be answered is all done with stones, minerals, crystals, or gems in some combination thereof. We can prove that frequency and magnetism have an effect. And if you don't believe that, go and talk to any fireman, nurse, or doctor and ask them what happens on a full moon. And they will always tell you about a certain story or something because they have them, lots of them, because of a full moon. So that is an energetic pull that we can't see with our eyes. The same thing happens when Mercury, the planet Mercury, is in retrograde with most communication devices, cell phones, and don't take my word for it. Go talk to somebody who works in that industry. So, if you want to wondering how that works. So the stones have micro elements in them that give them the different colors that they have. Those elements from the table of elements have a corresponding effect on you. That's been established by drug companies because of where they get the base for their drugs. It feeds into your electronic field because we're all connected. And as Einstein said, it's impossible to be in a system and yet separate from it. So, to answer the question, how do stones work? Well, there's a lot of elements of science you need to look into, but basically, they work because we're all part of the same giant bit of soup. You know, we live on this planet, they're from this planet, they work with us in that way. And every stone is a little bit different than every other stone, but there are classifications of stone, such as jasper and heliotrope, and quartz, and so all of those are, by the nature of how they form and are formed and are created, are a little bit different, and their energy is a little bit different. But if you want to find out more about this, you can either go by our store, which is at Fox Run Mall in Newington, New Hampshire, right next to Portsmouth. You can contact me either by email or my YouTube or through our website, which is shamanstream.net. I teach classes all over the country, and those will be available hopefully soon on timlharris.com. And I hope to hear from you soon. Let me know what you think of this little snippet. And this is Tim Harris. Bit of knowledge on the road.